Ah, SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits, but here, we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. Hello out there, and welcome to MonsterCon. I'm Tara with Perspective Gaming, and this is a lovely game that I've been excited to play for channel, and Pride is the perfect month to get it done. And since no game of Monster Prom is complete without friends, I have brought some of mine along to play with me. So I'm going to introduce them have them introduce themselves real quick, and then we will go ahead and get started. Ryan.
I'm Ryan. Hi. Hi, that's me.
Casey.
Hey, I'm Casey, or Carrots, or whatever anyone wants to call me ever. I respond to most things. Hi!
And Joe.
I'm Joe. It's nice to be here.
Welcome, guys. I'm glad that wasn't awkward or anything. So I will lock in first, just on account of I'm hosting. I want to be Valerie.
Wow, never saw that coming.
Can't believe it, man.
Bop. Okay. Keep she, her for today. Ryan, let's go ahead and have you go next.
The Gremlin.
Ravi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name preference, pronoun preference?
We'll do Ryan and Day then.
Okay. Casey?
Oh god, it's so hard. Do I want to be the Moth or Oz?
Flip a coin, King. Flip a coin. We're on a time limit.
Alright, I'm going Oz. Oh, yeah. And
Naaman.
Casey, they, them. Perfect.
Being
All right,
here
Joe.
feels
Give me
good.
the Mothman. I'll take him.
I'm glad I didn't steal him from you.
I would have taken whichever one you didn't, so.
Name
Okay,
and pronouns?
Just, Joe is fine. He, him. That's fine.
All right.
Worship the gossip.
I got the Switch 2 case, folks.
Congrats.
Nice.
But as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. The end of those 4 days, the afterparty loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question: Who would would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con.
Cool.
Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of renowned fanfic Liam Prom.
That's an awful idea.
Liam de Lioncourt, 4XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
Hooray!
Doug Campbell, 24, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved.
Count your days.
Omen, 25, an evil overlord who was recently freed from an imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people.
I have the perfect
Nico Sharp,
cosplay for
22,
that.
an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, 24, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone for the rest of our lives? We'd had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we'd grown to know ourselves better, we'd realized we felt more confident. Tell us 3 things you like.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh, you haven't played this one yet.
Yep.
No, not the full one.
Oh man. I got a lot of these are not actually very me.
Are these randomized?
These
or
are somewhat randomized, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember if we all get different ones or not, though, off the top of my head. Strategies and tricks for claw machines. PhD on ship dynamics. And
Yowie? I just saw Yowie.
It's just Yowie.
It just says
the
Yowie.
word Yowie. Evil Air interior design.
Nice.
Okay, so it's the same ones for each of us.
Same ones for each of us. All right, cool.
I would pick Yaoi, but I'm in my Yuri era, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a mood. I'm definitely in
Wow.
my Yaoi era, so I'll probably take Yaoi.
Okay, well then Okay, step on my toes. No. No.
There's an option for that. You see.
Ultra layered memes.
That sounds like you.
Yeah. for
Yep.
sure.
Forming a cult.
I knew
because
you
it's
were gonna
funny.
pick that one. Yep. For the bit.
And then Dakimakers against the loneliness is fucking crazy.
Okay, so
no,
what
no,
is
no.
a Dakimakura?
It's a body pillow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I do that. Got it.
You do that.
I do that.
Come on, pick one.
Role playing in bed.
All right.
All right, give me Yaoi. Give me kawaii cereal mascots, and give me step on me.
Is anyone
Yep.
surprised?
That checks
Yeah.
out.
Okay, for me, let's see. Evil Lair interior design, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Owning you're a clown. It's also one very much, and then yeah, also forming a cult for the lulz too.
All
That's-
right.
Yep.
Choose your top 3 favorite Pokemans.
Pokemans?
Yeah, it's the in-game universe where there's the human collectibles.
Nice.
I mean, I gotta be honest. And this is in first, second, third order.
Okay.
This is the favorite.
Yeah.
This is the second favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's my third.
Okay.
Same.
This is gonna be boring because all three of us are gonna pick the same 3-1.
Yeah, same 3 in the same order.
Yeah. No. I think. Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? Make the office lady my number 1. We're gonna spice it up for the
Okay.
fans.
Okay.
And then lady with the gun. And then I'll actually take the pervert on the bottom with the
This
long
one?
hair.
Okay. The
Yeah.
hair pervert.
I
Got it.
thought that was the
Pervert.
one.
Rapunzel.
Just again, we're spicing
All right. So
it up
give
for
me
the
the
fans.
spicy redhead. And then give me puppet guy. And then I'm going office lady.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Joe.
We'll do number 1 is the guy on the bottom left.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like his energy, you know.
Yeah.
Very
Good
fun.
vibe. Good vibe.
Mhm.
Uh,
Hot sauce.
Red hair lady can be number 2, and then
Uh-huh,
puppet guy's number 3.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm glad
So
everybody got at
I-
least some love.
Yeah.
I didn't pick the puppet guy because everyone was gonna pick the puppet guy, but I liked him the most.
He's so good.
Fine. We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we had decided to take up on a project we'd been putting off for too long.
That's right.
Making our own
something
comic.
juicy.
We had so many ideas, and we had yet always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Alright, so another new mechanic. We get to do some fill in the blanks for a comic. If the name is there, it's one I have done before in a play. The pictures means it's one I have not done. So we probably want to lean these 3,
Okay.
but if someone's really feeling shonen, sci-fi, or noir, we can do that.
I just gotta say, I want the magical girl one so bad.
Yeah.
That's the one
Yeah,
that I
I'm
want.
perfectly fine with Magical
Yep.
Girl.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go magical girl.
Fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves that one thing that always kept us going, that we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to
We
start.
were ready to start. I bet that was a
Let's
fantastic
go.
audio
Time is
experience.
money.
I bet. All
the
right.
font is different. What?
Yes, I selected dyslexic font.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. Never
So,
mind. Now I'm an
standard
asshole.
Monster Con, Monster Prom rules. It's the 5 locations, each tied to a different emotion or a different stat. So we've got the hotel is creativity, the stage is smarts, board game is fun, the exposition hall is boldness, and the vendors is charm. I don't know who I'm going for yet, but my charm is very low, so I will bump my charm at the merch hall. You buy a cool t-shirt, which features the entire JoJo family tree. Needless to say, it's several sizes too big for you.
That's
You
funny.
get back to the stand to return it, but the vendor doesn't take refunds. Unacceptable! What he can give you is a free JoJo pose. You take it. It forces the limits of your flexibility, but you gain 2 charm from striking such a pose. You, Liam, Doug, and April are browsing cute magical girl figurines when you find some that are suspiciously wonky.
Art is dead.
These are some of the worst knockoffs I've ever seen. Astral Princess's skirt is red, not pink. Do better.
Liam, don't be so negative. After all, isn't pink a shade of red? If you squint your eyes, this looks almost official.
Yeah, have some perspective, Liam. Look at the next stand. Those are some bad knockoffs.
What the fudge?
Oh, wow. Those are bad. I don't think any amount of squinting can save them.
Yeah. If it were a contest for which knockoffs were the most knocked off, these would win.
You think those knockoffs are better than mine? I got way better stock than those ugly little shits. Let me bring out the good stuff.
The seller sets out some knockoff figurines that truly push the boundaries of what can be considered merch. Ha! That's the best you got. Check this out. He brings out some knockoffs that push the boundaries of what could even be considered figurines or plastic. The first seller sets out a new batch with creepy, off-putting expressions, like they're laughing at God. The next batch of figurines seems to be constantly morph and dissolve. They leak strange oozes. If you listen closely, you can hear their subtle yet unsettling screams.
Stop it, both of you. You're scaring me.
No, I'm no believer, but I suspect these knockoffs are getting so off that they risk defying God and incurring divine wrath.
Yeah, sorry. I did a voice, but it was
It
too
got
high
at.
pitched for
It got at.
mic to pick up.
That happens. Normally, you'd call that an overreaction, but the latest batch of knockoffs are diffracting the waves of reality, so yeah, you should do something. Bastards don't fear God, instill the fear of God in them by performing a tragedy about God's punishing knockoffs, or conjure the most powerful spell against knockoff sellers, the cease and desist.
Yes.
I think it has to be the cease and desist.
That one's so funny.
You cast the cease and desist spell.
No.
Two businesswomen appear in puff of smoke.
I hate these
Hello.
bitches.
What do you do, Miss Managers? Do you own the rights to Astral Princess?
We
You
represent.
represent a shell corporation within the media conglomerate that controls most forms of entertainment, government, and snack foods.
In other words, what don't we own the rights to?
Now listen, you two. You have to stop selling these knockoffs or we'll take you to court. And nobody wants that, right?
You can't sue us. Most of these knockoffs are so bad they aren't even recognizable as Astral Princess.
That is technically true. This one's basically just a blob in a skirt.
True, but we trademarked skirts, so it still belongs to us.
Oh my god.
You can't. The trademark. You can't just trademark the concept of skirts.
Oh, I think you'll find that we can hire enough lawyers to convince a jury that we can.
In the end, the knockoff sellers agree to knock it
I
off.
don't know.
Gee, that was kind of bleak. I don't think we were the good guys on that conversation.
We did what we had to save the world. Monopolized corporate hellscape is better than divine wrath of over knockoff abominations.
Up, Doug. We'll do what I always do when I'm feeling glum about capitalism. Buy a little treat and stop thinking about it.
Ooh, my favorite.
You all treat yourselves to ice cream sundaes. You gain 2 smarts for lawyering up, but lose 2 creativity.
I've sharpened all my weapons.
All right, so
Sharpened
now
all my weapons.
merch hall is blocked off.
Creativity is the hotel, no?
Yes.
Sure. Sure.
You're in
Oh,
your
this is
hotel. Yeah. You're in your hotel room unpacking your bags. Crap, you forgot your cosplay underwear. You wanted to cosplay to be 100% faithful, but now you force yourself to use regular underwear. It is technically imperceptible cosplay tragedy. I feel for you. Here, take 2 creativity to imagine you're wearing underwear you left at home. Later, you're searching for an open bathroom, but what you find is Zoe and Doug interviewing Liam as he lays on a chaise lounge.
On, Liam, you gotta dig deep for me. What's your biggest kink?
I'm not answering that.
The muse could come from anywhere, Liam. Please respond.
Zoe, you know I'm happy to let you mine me for content for Liam Prom, your fanfiction where every character is an alternate universe version of my illustrious self.
Ooh, nice seamless lore drop.
But I still have some dignity left to maintain, you know.
Who needs dignity? I'd rather have content. Content like your biggest kink.
Real.
The subject's being unruly. Doug, as my moderator, I authorize you to get the ice bucket.
Dousing me with ice water isn't going to make me talk. For all you know, that could be my kink.
Doug, write that down.
Crap, crap,
Oh crap, I dropped my notebook in the ice bucket.
No!
Discord Eat was so good on that. Zoe's interviewing tactics lack a delicate touch, one that you could surely provide. Also, you'd love for them to wrap this up and move the chaise lounge out of the bathroom so you can piss. So, ask a question Liam will actually answer.
Liam, please recount a recent dream of yours. If it happens to be boring, please make one up that's actually entertaining. Thanks. Liam, keeping in mind that we will design a zany character based off your answer, would you be open to sharing your deepest, darkest fear? Yeah, it's gotta be the second one.
Nope.
I'm not going to share my deepest fear.
Why? Is it tigers?
What?
What? No, where'd you even get that idea?
Yo.
It's okay to be afraid of tigers, Liam. I'm afraid of them too. There, I said it.
I'm proud of you, Doug. That was very brave of you to admit.
Yes, good for you, Doug. However, I am not afraid of tigers.
It's okay. You don't need to admit you're afraid of tigers. We're here for you whenever you feel ready to share.
Ugh.
Liam, look out! There's a tiger right behind you!
I'm not falling for that. But there was a tiger, and it proceeds to maul Liam. And that's the story of how Liam died. JK, there was no tiger. But I bet you I had you there.
World
Awesome.
Look, I'm making tiger-fearing Liam a character anyway. I'm very into this idea now.
Seriously, this is Panini Press Liam all over again. I told you that I don't actually love paninis, and I'm telling you now that I'm not scared of tigers.
Liam, there's a tiger! Run!
Damn.
He's good.
You gain 2 charm for helping Liam face his fear of tigers, but you lose 2 creativity. Oh, and minus 10 bladder continence from holding your pee for so long.
Please don't make that a real
Scared of
stat.
big
Thank
crowds.
God.
All right, so you've got smarts at the main stage, boldness in the lobby, or fun in the community zone.
Fun.
Check out the games going on at the community zone, and you find an area dedicated to retro video games. You start by playing some N64 games, then you go further back in time and play the original Super Mario, where Mario is a dick. You round out by playing a session of your checkers and the royal game of Your Mesopotamian gamer skills are grant you +2 fun. My brain couldn't handle that for some reason. Later, you sit down to write to play Wizards and Wyverns with Liam, Omen, April, and Nico.
Good day to you.
Good, everyone's here. Thank you all for agreeing to be a part of my campaign. Prepare to enter my fantasy realm of Lestradia, which could be the setting of a future novel if this all goes well, but no pressure. I'll set the scene. You're all in a tavern, looking for information on a warlock that you've heard is trying to cast a curse on this realm. What do you do?
I got a spell just for that.
I think my cunning wizard, Wizzo Cunningham, would cunningly scan the tavern for any shady characters. I rolled a 15 on my perception check.
Wizzo spots some shady hooded figures playing dominoes in the corner of the room. They look suspicious, almost as if they know something about...
Ooh, Wizzo loves dominoes! And so do I. I joined their game.
Okay, are you going to talk to them too, as I was saying?
Silly.
Did you say dominoes? Sorry, I had to check my phone, so I wasn't paying attention, but I love dominoes.
As do I. I will destroy you all at this game within a game. Liam, what number must my math rock roll so that I may lay the most intimidating domino?
Hell if I know. WW doesn't have any rules on how to play dominoes in a campaign.
Which means we can homebrew ourselves! This is why I love tabletop RPGs. The only limit is your imagination!
Your friends spend the next hour playing dominoes in a W&W campaign. Liam's allowing it, but you can tell he's about to tear his man bun out. Poor guy. Maybe you should do something to get everyone refocused on his campaign.
Roll sleight of hand to start eating the dominoes without your friends noticing, or accept that you can't unhook these idiots. Help Liam redesign his whole campaign to be experienced through high-stakes domino matches. It's a win-win. So the second one is what I actually do when I DM, so I'm gonna do that one.
You know what? Fine. Suddenly a group of bandits rush into the tavern with swords and dominoes drawn. Roll initiative.
Yes, I was waiting for this to get messy. I wield my strongest domino piece.
Later, the bugbear lays down a double blank domino tile, effectively sealing off that path. Wizzo, you lose 10 HP and fall unconscious.
No! You must survive, Wizzo. I command it.
It's too late. I shall not pass this death save. You must succeed where this old wizard could not. Farewell.
We'll try, Wizzo. We'll lay our tiles when our lives depend on it. Only the Reaper would take me instead. I'm not made for high-stakes dominoes.
That one did read, just for the
That's
record. Even later,
Gag upon your
Unnatural 20.
failure.
I lay my final tile. Gag upon your bitter failure, Warlock.
Omen wins the domino boss fight. The warlock has no choice but to dispel his curse on these lands. Good job, everyone.
That was cool. And I've never been so invested in something I wasn't being paid to promote before.
I'm glad you enjoyed the game. The dominoes thing was annoying at first, but I'm happy you all pushed me in a bold, new creative direction.
I demand that we play another. This time we shall theme the quest around scattergories.
You have a great time playing games with your friends. You also gain 2 creativity for helping design a campaign around such an innovative concept. You also lose 2 fun, though. Tough luck.
Where to next?
Okay.
Oh well.
Dominoes are fun.
We have all lost the stat we went to the zone for.
I guess I'll go to smarts, yeah, because that's my lowest stat right now.
All right.
Let's see if we can keep the pattern.
I normally my get the mouse out of the state way is on the right, but it makes stuff pop up in this game.
Oh no.
You grab a seat at the main stage where a panelist is talking about making interesting player characters. Apparently, they should be color coordinated and have a distinct personality, and also
So
have
real.
a cool name like Kratos, Luigi, or Joe.
Yes.
You learn you'd make an awesome PC, and that self-knowledge equals 2 smarts. Later, April invites you, Nico, and Omen to keep her company during an autograph signing session. Sounds hype.
You know, April, I thought that this internet fame of yours would involve you asserting control and exerting power.
Oh,
I'm disappointed to learn that it mostly entails you being nauseatingly polite to strangers and repetitively writing your name on things.
Yup. Aren't autograph sessions awesome? Cons really are a world of fun.
Nice to meet you, my darling April's fool. What's your name?
Why are you making that face, April? Are you having a nervous breakdown? It was about time.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it, honk honk. Look, I've gotta take a wicked dump. Anyway, your name's Kate, you say. Do you spell that with a K or a Z?
Do you need a bathroom break, April? I'm sure your agency would let you off to go do whatever your nasty business you need to do.
Yeah, I know. April's only fulfilled 128 minutes of her mandatory autograph session. She can have a 10-minute bathroom break at the 3-hour mark.
10 minutes isn't gonna be enough time to lay this massive lock.
Thank you, Garfield.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's not talk about it anymore. Bathroom habits aren't something an idol should discuss in front of her fans.
Do not be a prude, April. Shitting is natural. If you cannot hold it, roll down your stockings and do what you must.
Yeah, I bet we could rig up some kind of pipe from your chair to the bathroom so you don't stink up the place.
No! Absolutely not! Yikes, this dump is gonna DEFCON 2. I can't hold back much longer. I hope you all brought your raincoats.
Jesus. April looks like she's either going to die or kill everyone else in the room. Be a good friend and think of a way to let her take a poop without breaking her contract.
Just move the autograph signing to the bathroom. It's okay. You've run some brain analysis, and this will make April more personable and relatable. Or offer to go to the bathroom on April's behalf. I feel like the most logical thing here is just to the top one.
You want the top one?
Yep.
Sorry, but no. There's no way my managers would be cool with that.
Actually, the brand analysis is sound. We have no problem with it.
I still don't know. On the other hand, if I don't shit soon, I will explode and it will not be pretty. Ugh.
You all redirect to the autograph queue to the bathroom while April dashes into a stall and lets all hell break loose.
Come on, keep the line moving. Tell me your name so April can sign your poster while she defecates.
Really? In the last part?
Friendship is magic.
Of course, April. It proves important context. We're making magical memories in the hearts of these fans.
Can you make it out to Humbert April's number one fool?
Oof, this is a tough shit. That double bean burrito
No.
came back for revenge.
You are wondering what that voice and smell are coming from. It's none other than April. She's in the stall, pooping as we speak.
Oh man!
This is the best day of my life.
Ew.
You gain 2 smarts for sound brand analysis, but lose 2 charm.
Ew.
Oh, glad that one's gone.
Yep.
Alright, so like I said, we're gonna, for the sake of our recording time here, we're gonna just hit random on all of these.
What the fuck?
Let's go.
Life isn't beautiful. What the hell?
I was exhausted.
The game knew you got a Switch. So you can either sit. We actually don't know what this table does yet. You can sit at this any of these tables to pick which one you want to hang out with, and that will lock off the table. Or you can sit here to call in one of the other side characters.
Okay. I'll sit at the table with Omen and the guy that I'm voicing, who I definitely know the name of.
Nico.
Nico. Yeah.
All right, who do you want to sit with, Omen or Nico?
Oh no. I guess I'll just talk to myself for a while. I'll go Nico.
Okay.
Talk to myself.
So, I mentioned this before off mic. This is one of the new mechanics. You can choose how spicy you want your relationship with this character to be. So no peppers is platonic friendship. 1 pepper is a little spicy. 3 is going to be more spicy. We don't know about these locked ones yet.
Okay. Any preferences for the sake of recording?
I'm fine with what we went through the shitting arc line. I don't know that we can get much
Yeah.
worse than this. So.
You know what? Fair. Let's go out to dinner.
You and Nico go out to a fancy restaurant.
Oh my god, this is so cute.
He's eating noodles as Naruto.
It's Naruto!
There. You've always wondered how Nico eats. They technically have 2 mouths, so which one is for food? Turns out the answer to that question is too disturbing to describe. Still, you two manage to have a nice conversation when they're not doing unspeakable things to that ramen. Hooray!
Let's spill the tea.
Oh nice.
But not
Okay, I didn't have to pull a NPCs talking to each other. Let's go.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Go to Doug again, but we'll call someone in instead.
Okay. So far the ones we have unlocked are these.
Oh,
Oh,
Sawyer.
Doug has a
Ooh.
3 spicy with Vera, apparently. And Suzanne.
We're
not
you know what,
Doug,
we're gonna call in my fictional boyfriend, and we'll call in Scott here.
Alright.
Yep.
It's just friends.
That's
You know what?
adorable,
That's
though.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You invite Scott to join you at the con.
Ooh, I'd love to. I don't know how much about nerd stuff. Do you think they'll like a big furry fella like me?
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, you'd be surprised.
What do you mean? I like people in general. I believe you can make friends with almost anyone if you make effort to get to know them.
Oh.
Oh.
Some milk would be nice.
Do you have anyone you're thinking about going after, Ryan?
I want the Zoe redemption arc. So last time I picked Zoe, I got absolutely rejected. So I want to try again.
I want to check what this table is, but I'm worried that it's the one where two people have to sit at it and then they both get stat boosts, and if only one person sits at it, they lose stats.
That's probably what it is.
I'll sit at it with you.
No, it's fine. You know what? I don't do Liam often. I think he's kind of a dork, so we can do Liam.
Go for a walk.
Yeah, that's really spicy walk.
Yeah, really spicy walk.
You guys ain't have those?
I'm gonna do the too spicy. I'll visit a museum.
Yeah.
You and Liam decide to visit a contemporary art museum.
this
Obviously,
doesn't
Liam is in
look
his element. He has copious amounts of information on every little weird sculpture, lump, or abstract blob you see. He's so enthusiastic, he ends up explaining the meaning of a fire extinguisher hanging next to a painting. You're about to correct him, but he looks so cute when he's enjoying himself. You end up learning a lot about art and fire extinguishers.
My charisma's pretty high. Do I get a discount?
Zoe time.
Oh!
Visit
Wow.
a museum.
Trigger plotline, The Future of Liam Prom.
We're doing it.
Ooh.
We're
That's-
triggering a plotline, folks.
You want to visit
Let's
museum?
go.
Yeah.
You and Zoe visit an art museum.
look,
Seeing so
that
much art makes
painting
Zoe
has a
reflect about her own
boob.
craft and legacy. Lately, the success of Liam Prom has made her think, can she create something worthy of being taught in art history classes of tomorrow? That would surely be one hell of an art history class.
Day 2.
Day
The
2.
pen is mightier than the
All right,
sword.
now we get to do the comics. It is a fill in the blank, but it does affect everybody's stats. Now it's time to take a break from the real life shenanigans and brainstorm some fictional shenanigans for your comic. Go for it. Ryan.
So surely I need creativity, which I'm fuck. Okay. What would be a weird yet cool explanation for why you made $1 million last year? This is cooler than the real reason, I'm sure.
Ouch.
Correct use of grammar. You infuriated a lot of people online.
I
and
think
you made
that's the
money out of
one.
it.
I think
Your anus, but trust me, it was cool. Oh, I could be selling whole.
People got into buying merch of your face, ironically, but made money unironically, so fuck them.
that's really good.
Infuriating people online, is that more creative than whole?
Hole's
I-
definitely not creative.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. Well, then I'll do the online thing. I
Infuriating
guess.
people online is basically grifting, right? Like,
I'll tell
Okay.
everyone
Yo.
this is based on a true
If you could
story.
remove something from your day-to-day life, what would you remove?
people who don't realize how beautiful their hair is, the color turquoise, doing your taxes, everything that's not pizza. Huh. Interesting. People who don't realize how beautiful my hair is, I think.
Nice.
Yup. There we go.
My creativity.
Oh, only you two got to do it. Interesting.
Huh.
Turn?
Since you went last, the last two, I think, so you get the stat effect bonus. All right, so rolls around to KC again.
Let's see. Where's fun? That's the
Fun was the one you did last time. It's up at the community
Okay.
zone.
And where's smarts?
That is the main stage.
Mm, Let's do fun. I'm gonna go for fun.
Middle of the community zone, you see a
You're
bunch
fun,
of
Maxie.
top-hatted gentlemen, a vintage car, a dog, and a boot. Oh, it's LARP Monopoly. This goes against all your values, and yet the moment you start making money and you gentrify the fuck out of a street by building many hotels. You make sure everyone who dares step on your turf becomes miserable. A father of 3 begs you to lower the rent. Get good, you yell. No, what have you become? You burn your monopoly money and leave, but deep down you have to admit you got too fun.
Nice.
Then, you get a text from Nico asking you to meet them at their hotel room. Apparently they've got a big surprise to show you.
Yo!
Hey, Casey! I need a second opinion, and you've always got great ideas that never go wrong, so I figured I'd ask you. I'm entering the Cosplay Grand Prix. It's the biggest cosplay contest at the con, so I gotta pull out the stops to make the biggest impression. That's why I'm gonna debut this outfit there. You ready for this? I'm the Joker, baby! Oh no.
Why does he
Oh my
have
God.
the cane from Mortal Kombat, Joker?
Oh my
I
god,
love
he's
his
the
little
chuckler.
clown car.
He's the
Junkler.
chuckler.
Oh, that looks great. You'll win the cash prize for sure. It's not about the money, Casey. It's about sending a message.
Nico!
Real.
Master
The
of
message that I'm the greatest cosplayer ever, of course. But the thing is, if you want to win the Grand Prix, you gotta nail the cosplay and the talent show portion of the contest. For my act, I thought about blowing up a hospital, or killing a robin, or diving into a vat of toxic waste. But the judges said those were all too psychopathic.
Oh no.
Oh man, I would have blown up a hospital.
I
Some
would have
people
killed the
just
Robin.
don't understand the art of method cosplay. Anyway, do you have any talent act ideas that won't get me hurt or arrested?
I don't want to see the Joker and the word method in the same place ever again.
Yeah,
The
a
Junkler.
cathartic dance number down a flight of stairs that makes people want to become you despite you being a known murderer. The Joker is known for fighting the Batman, but Nico will have to make do with the next best thing you have, this bag full of actual bats.
I do love all the digs at Joker fans. That is funny.
We're horrible people.
Is he gonna get mad at me if I do the second one?
Unless it's like the third part of a plot line, you
Right.
always, it's every choice is a right choice. It's just which stat increases and which stat decreases.
I'm gonna do the second one then, because that sounds funnier.
Oh, genius!
That's perfect, but I'd better rehearse the fight now so the act goes smoothly at the contest. Release the bats!
Releasing the bats in a hotel room sounds like a bad idea. You often realize the stupidity of your plans shortly after sharing them, and maybe this is a chance to do better. But you don't do better. Instead, you release the bats.
Hell yeah, I do. You're too late, Batman! I'll be having the last laugh when...
Nico
Discord coming in
vanishes
cluster.
beneath the cloud of bats that are devouring their clothes and face.
Yikes. This is making me realize I haven't fed them, like, once since we got here. But why are they trying to eat me? Maybe they think you're a big juicy apple? You are pretty red. How do they know that? I thought bats were blind!
They're not blind, they just have poor vision.
Yeah.
That's a common misconception. It depends on the type of bat.
Oh no, I'm being called out.
Microbats tend to use echolocation, but megabats can use sight. And I brought both types just in case. In case of what? I don't remember, but there was a very good reason for all of this, trust me.
Nico's too
Real.
busy being attacked by bats to trust you. Dang, the microbats are pretty aggro too. They're doing an excellent job of echolocating Nico. Finally, they eat their fill and fly off, leaving Nico's cosplay completely destroyed.
I'm sorry, Nico. I just remembered that I never taught the bats to fly back into the bag either, so they were single-use bats anyway. It's okay. It was still a good idea if you ignore all the things that made it a terrible idea.
True.
But
Average
what are you
22.
gonna do about the cosplay Grand Prix? I don't think your costume is salvageable.
Exit. Pursued by
Maybe
bear.
not for me, but I know someone who can fix it. I gotta make a call. I'll keep you posted.
I think you got one of the secret ending paths.
Let's go.
They run off. You still gain 2 boldness for suggesting choreographed fights, but you lose 2 creativity.
The others will never believe this.
We're in a
Alright, Joe?
creativity drought, folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one's charm again? Is that the
Vendor hall.
Okay. Yeah, we
Is
can
that
go to the vendor hall. Yeah, because we want to get that stat up.
You find some teenagers selling their own fanzines. Aw, so cute. You check them out and they are awful. As far as you remember, you had better taste when you were their age. To show them how it's done, you make your own zine right in front of them. What a mentor. You leave it on their stand so they can sell it. They don't seem to like you, but it's awesome zine you made match you to charm.
Nice.
They don't seem to like you.
You meet up with Scott and roam the con together until you find the perfect activity for him, the fantasy sports zone.
Welcome. Would you like to join us for a game of Frinkleporg? It's a new sport.
A new sport? Is that even legal?
Based off the iconic ball game from Field of Snow and Crowns and Dough novels, and...
There's a ball? Sounds perfect. We're in.
The game starts and you are very confused. All sports confuse you though, so it's nothing new. Scott is very excited and rushes to kick the ball before anyone else.
Halt! Rule 19 states only the Frinkler may frink the ball.
Am I the Frinkler?
No! You're a lowly Porgler. Get back to the Porg zone and prepare to Porgle if the ball comes close.
Aw. Okay.
Blurn!
Aww.
Blurn!
Halt! Rule 62 states Porglers can only talk if they're holding the talking spoon. Halt! Rule 119 states you cannot enter the Porg zone without first answering my riddle!
Hey, riddle!
I thought I wasn't allowed to talk. Why does this game have so many rules?
Rule 1 states the rules are what make it fun.
Uh-huh.
Rules are the enemy of fun. That's why good sports like basketball and soccer don't have it.
Real.
With all these rules, I'm not going to be able to get to Porg or Frinkle or even sniff the ball at all. This might be the first ever not fun sport?
Poor Scott. You can see his worldview shattering before your eyes. How can you stop this nonsense so he'll actually get to play with the ball?
Through acute market analysis, prove to the NFL that they can tap into a whole new audience if they buy the rights to this YA franchise and reshape its sport into basically football. Resort to YA franchise tropes. By ignoring the rules, Scott is filling the essential role of the edgy bad boy love interest who respects no authority.
Both of these options are so good.
It's great.
So, I'm not sure if it's like a secret path, but I know like most of the secret paths are like stat checks, and the first one seems to be smarts. So I'm gonna go with the second one because that's smarts is my lowest stat right now.
Okay. I think it's only the last one that would be, but that's a fair risk analysis.
Yeah.
So bottom one, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Isn't being a bad boy bad? Not if you're sexy enough. Oh, okay. Then I'm going to get out there and play my best. Or my worst?
You watch as Scott takes to the pitch. The game is soon underway again, and this time he's not going to let any silly rules ruin his fun.
Halt! Get back in the Porg zone!
Your zones can't hold me anymore. I'm going all the way to the goal.
Damn him. It's like he's got no respect for anything. But when he gives such a confident smile, how can I hold it against him?
Goal! That's 100 points for us.
Halt! Goals are worth
Ugh.
3.53 points, not 100.
3.53!
I earned those points, and nobody's going to take them away from me.
Gah. He takes what he wants, with no thought for anyone else. But his conviction, it makes my heart pound.
That's awesome.
Out of my way, everyone. I'm going to frink it real hard this time.
Halt! Scott, please. You know that's not your role.
Sorry, but when I play, I follow my heart, not the rules.
Gah. He's right. And it should disgust me. But instead, all I can think is how handsome he looks as he scores the winning frink.
And you have to agree, a happy Scot is the handsomest Scot in your books, and he's never happier than when he's playing with balls. You gain 2 creativity and lose 2 smarts.
Right.
I'm gonna need smarts if I'm going for Liam, so I'll just lock that down. You decide to watch a panel discussing fighting game archetypes. Your main goal is to determine which archetype you'd be. Are you a grappler or are you a zoner? By the end of the panel, you realize you are the very rare lover, a highly ineffective archetype for fighting games. Makes sense, you're a better fit for a dating sim. You gain 2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness. Later, you join an open enrollment TTRPG event. Liam has been GMing a Wyverns and Wizards campaign for a couple sessions, and you wanted to join and support him. You know Liam can be an acquired taste, so you thought could help him to be a bit more digestible to strangers experiencing for the first time.
Greetings, my fellow
Greetings,
connoisseurs.
everyone. This is my friend Tara, and she will be joining for our little adventure here.
Marvelous. A friend of Liam is a friend of ours.
Huh, they seem to be partial to Liam. Maybe he hasn't Liamed all over the place yet. That's good. This way you can cushion any bad impact once he does a thing. Okay.
So bring you up. Okay, so to bring you up to speed, we've been investigating a mysterious black fog that's been coming from the mountains.
I told you guys, I think it's an army of chain smokers.
Real.
Haha, Earl here is the titular jester, always with a joke on hand.
That's what she said.
Ha ha ha. Oh, Earl, stop being this funny for a second, would you? Last second we just arrived in this town. We should resume our investigation.
There's something just close enough to the like TikTok auto voice with the way you're doing it. Stop being this funny.
I say we hit the tavern. Best case scenario, we get some answers. Worst case scenario, we get some beers.
The tavern is brimming with noise and life. Everything feels warm, partly because of the golden oak wood, and partly because small towns tend to bring everyone closer, both figuratively and literally. In the air you can smell hints of wine, and since your druid has enhanced senses, she can tell it's a Pinot Grigio. He's really good at this.
Yeah, right?
You can't miss this, because he's normally
Pinot
bad at
Grigio.
everything. You can't miss the citrus notes that the Pinot Grigio showcases on cooler climates such as this.
Whoa! Liam does it again.
Okay, this is the Liam you know. Maybe you can crack a joke to dilute this degree of snobbishness.
Yeah, he always makes you feel like you were actually there. Liam, has anyone ever told you that you have the soul of a poet?
And that's not all. I just looked up Pinot Grigio. It's a real wine. Even the citrus thing is true. Liam, are you some kind of wine genius or what? Is Liam shedding a tear?
Okay, you know the drill. I gotta order some waffles and beer. I wouldn't be Sir Waffles of the Waffle Order if I didn't order them at every tavern we hit. Can you choose who to interrogate in the meantime? You know I'm bad at that stuff. Sir Waffles only knows punching. And waffles.
This is your chance to make a good first impression. You take a look around the tavern while Liam describes the people in there, and narrow it down to 2 people who may know about the Black Fog.
Cute.
The holder.
Fake serving beholder? What the fuck?
The holder that cleans the tavern's bathrooms. It's clearly Liam's clever way of saying this character has seen some shit. Or the mysteriously looking purple guy that's definitely not Liam's self-insert character. No artist can resist self-inserting. I mean,
Oh my god, you gotta.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask him. Excuse me, sir. Do you have any information about the smoke coming from the mountains?
Once again, I sit here with quill clearly in hand, yet everyone constantly bothers me and doesn't care a whit for my poems.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were busy.
Why do I even bother with poetry anymore? There's the love of the craft, sure, but a one-sided love is a lonely relationship with art. Actually, a one-sided love is a lonely relationship with art could be turned into a decent iambic pentameter. I should write this down. Jeez, Liam. Jeez, Liam. I wasn't gonna say anything at first, but this guy could be any more of a self-insert. What? Don't be ridiculous. Lock to Lockhart and I have nothing to do with each other. He's literally obsessed with iambic pentameter, just like you.
So authentic.
Anyone would be obsessed with iambic pentameter if they were lucky enough to encounter it.
Your poetry sounds interesting to me. What's iambic pentameter?
I'm so glad you asked. It's a poetic form that's common to English poetry.
Oh, sorry. I was asking Locke that. In character.
Ah, my apologies. I'm so glad you asked. It's a poetic form that's common to English poetry. Liam goes into a 20-minute session of Liaming all over you four. It's as no one says, iambic pentameterific.
That was super interesting. Shall we ask about the warlock and the black fog now?
I don't have my face cam anymore these days, but you should have seen me react to getting iambic pentameterific right on the first swing.
Oof.
Very nice.
Good call. Allow me. Mr. Lockhart, would you be so kind as to tell us if you know anything about the smoke coming from the mountains? In iambic pentameter. Liam takes a minute to respond. You swear he's shedding a tear again. It would be my pleasure. Liam proceeds to go full iambic pentameter. The players listen to him with intent. Dang, these people truly have good vibes. You gain 2 creativity and lose 2 smarts. Not what I wanted, but a good moment nonetheless.
Yeah, that was great.
Creativity maxing. Creativity maxing.
Creativity maxing. You're gonna keep gluing together your cosplay and never wear it.
Yeah.
Lounging around the hotel, you see a sign in front of the conference room, Con Artists Meeting. Awesome. You learn lots of cool techniques. They feel much more like scams, but who are you to judge what is and isn't art? You gain 2 creativity, learning to bend the truth to make a quick buck. Afterward, you decide to check out the nerdy lingerie stand for scientific reasons, and find Zoe drooling over one of the display items.
Hey there.
Hey, Ryan, you're here to stare at Garfield's lasagna too. I need that furry thong on my body.
I wholeheartedly agree. Are you going to buy it?
I want to, but it's so rare and it's so expensive.
Liam Prom.
But it's okay,
Your
because I
worst
have a plan. I'm going to sell the rights to Liam Prom.
You mean your fanfic about an alternate reality filled with nothing but different iterations of Liam?
Yup. Nice lore drop, by the way. Very natural. See, this big-name publisher came to me a few months ago, asking if they could adapt Liam Prom into an animated web series.
And nothing can go wrong.
I was hesitant, because Liam Prom is my baby, and I didn't want some soulless executives clinging to it to fit their needs, or changing it to fit their needs. But if I want this lingerie, some sacrifices must be made. I'm meeting with some company reps this afternoon to discuss contracts and usage rights. I'm kind of nervous, though. I'm not very business-minded. I barely understand mortals' fascinations with coupons.
Why don't you bring me along? I've got business experience. I can help coach you through these meetings.
You do that? Thank you so fucking much. I had no idea you were a good business negotiator.
You absolutely aren't. What you are is willing to overstate your skills to impress your hot friends.
Real.
Why don't we strategize some negotiation techniques before the meeting? It'd be good to have a plan before we get there.
Dang, you always forget that overselling your skills usually requires you to prove said skills. What negotiation technique will you suggest for Zoe's meeting? Whatever.
Your negotiation rifle.
Oh my god.
Bro, there couldn't be a more me-coded fucking... Fuck! Oh, I have to pick it. I have to pick it.
Zoe like
Ooh, so hardcore. I like it.
You help Zoe practice loading a shotgun until it's time for her meeting in
God.
one of the community's own rooms.
Hi, I'm Bernice, and this is Marla. We're representatives from Poob and Dippy Subsidiary, partnered with Phoebo LLC.
Lore.
Isn't that a fun word salad? I'm Zoe, and this is my assistant.
Yes, hi, whatever. Let's talk turkey. We're prepared to offer you a hefty lump sum for the rights to this Liam Prom thing of yours.
Wait, just a lump sum? You mentioned royalties in the email.
Yeah, well, the shareholders didn't go for that, but our lump sum is still quite a generous... what are you doing?
Just cleaning my negotiation rifle. Don't mind me.
Okay, well, if you take this deal, you'll have to agree not to write any Liam Prom spin-offs or create any
Bang! The gun goes off, making everyone flinch.
Whoops! Must have misfired. But hey, we all make mistakes, right?
Right, but maybe you could not point the rifle at us when we talk.
It's a part of active listening. Pointing my gun at you shows you I'm paying attention to what you're saying. Now, let's cut to the chase. I want 4% of the royalties for Liam Prom.
That's ridiculous. I don't know why you young artists think you can waltz in and...
She's cut off by the sound of Zoe cocking the negotiation shotgun.
Can we compromise on 2.5?
It's a start.
Once again, firearms prove to be a powerful bartering tool. You gain 2 boldness for helping Zoe negotiate, but you also lose 2 charm.
Fuck.
I can't believe the negotiation rifle worked.
It wasn't your creativity, though.
Yeah.
Now here's a person with a taste for mystery. Grab a box, any box. They're all the same and all infinitely different. Okay. The new, drink style mechanic is you get mystery boxes.
Hell yeah.
They have different levels of danger, and we've discovered through a couple plays that some of them really are dangerous and some of them are just fun. You've got your choice of, do you want a Dull Daniel does nothing? These figurines do literally nothing. The choice is for those who want an unexpected hit and don't want anything unexpected to hit them. Stats, but now they're people, is a slight effect on people's stats. Zodiac Thirst, Cosmic Office includes a first-to-find selection of 6 out of 12 star signs you can date. These figurines are said to have non-slight effects on stats. Buff Bugs have a bigger effect on stats. Landmarks in Love has effect on places. My Weird Little Village has an effect on the people, on you or the people you're trying to date. And Major Arcana No Mercy has effects on sound and video for some reason.
Huh. Let's do Landmarks in Love.
All sold to you by this very fuckable fox thing.
Yeah. That's a kitsune, actually.
Could you not?
And do you want to give it to yourself or someone else?
Oh,
speak to the people, Jasper.
Okay. I'll take it.
Classy Coliseum. The community zone is now married to Fortune. Upon entering, the amount of a stat player receives will be decided by a die roll.
Awesome.
Okay.
So the fun zone, community zone, is now randomized how much stat you gain.
Okay. Got it. Fun.
Joe, if it isn't my favorite customer. Well, actually, you aren't my favorite yet, but you might be if you'd pick a box already.
You know, I feel like for the sake of content, the Major Arcana No Mercy it sounds kind of fun, so we can do that.
All right. And do you want it for yourself or someone else?
I'll take it for myself. I'll take the burden here.
Last time I did this, I got a really nice song.
Oh no.
During your turn, this item changes all the sound effects.
Hell yeah. All right.
What? That's cool.
Well, what do we have here? A lover of mystery. I have just the thing for you, whatever you pick. The voice has changed every time I've done it. I
remember when you used this one in our last playthrough.
Yeah.
You had to shit all the time.
Yeah. But I like these bottom row ones. They're more fun than just stat messing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Weird Little Village again. I'll do it for me. Little Acorn. This item gives your character a new job, changing their visual appearance.
What? Okay.
A lot better than last time.
A lot better than last time.
Welcome to my mystery shop, where fate does the choosing and you do the paying.
Okay, do I go crazy and do the big stat change?
You could.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, it's content. It's content. It's content. It's content. It's content. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Big buff. Big buff. Buff bug. Buff bug. Buff bug. Buff bug.
Oh no!
Oh my god, Tara.
Oh no!
What happened to you? What's your new job?
Those mango cakes that are going viral right now.
Do you want to give it to yourself, or do you want to mess with someone else's
Me.
stats? The Death Moth.
Nice.
Every turn you will keep losing stats until you choose a location.
What? So it's like a time trial?
It's either a time trial
No,
or
I just need
like
to go
if you
first.
go
I need to
later,
go
it's
first.
worse for you. Like if you
Yeah.
randomly go later in the
Okay.
day.
Yeah.
We'll see. Copacetic. Now be a doll and scram, won't you?
This can't be that hard.
No, I'm a horrible
Oh
monster.
man, not the penis
God.
fingers.
Penis fingers.
Love is fickle, but at least you have a comic you can to rely on, and you're no longer a cute cat girl. Time to brainstorm. You know you shouldn't, but you're totally getting this gift for your nephew's 5th birthday party. A gun!
Collection of your strong opinions on the meat industry. If the internet won't listen to you, maybe a 5-year-old will. A gun, but one with some cute pattern print. It's for a child, after all. A team of lawyers, one day he might need it. A gun, but a cute one.
Oh, no.
Cute gun for the child.
What terrible thoughts keep you up at night? The real you died years ago and you're an AI replica. France doesn't exist, it's just a product of our collective imagination.
Real as
True.
fuck, honestly.
Your pet
True.
probably wants you dead, or at some point your life you'll be forced to eat a loved one. It's not a matter of if, but when.
Oh my god.
Fun!
Nice. Fun.
Bro, I'm
How
stupid as
fun.
hell right now.
No, I'm going last. No.
I'm scared of big crowds.
Oh no, you are going last. Oh no. I'm going
Okay.
first.
We'll keep an eye on
Yeah.
it. It might be a time trial thing.
Let's see.
When do we
I
re-roll
want-
again?
I want more fun.
You enter a competitive tarot tournament because you're reckless enough to gamble your entire future. After several hanged men and burning towers, you decide to harness the power of celestial bodies. With your best Yu-Gi-Oh! Impersonation, you throw down Pluto! Pluto isn't a planet anymore. You're playing with an old deck. You're disqualified and your opponent predicts that you'll also die of chlamydia. Well, while you just gained 1 terrible fate, you also got 3 fun, because dying from it means at some point you'll get laid.
Nice. Let's
So
go.
true. That's awesome.
You're staring at the bathroom, debating either removing your complex cosplay or pissing yourself when Nico runs into you.
It's me.
Hey, Casey!
Nico.
I got a hold of my buddy Sasha. He said he's got time between his cosplay making workshops to fix my Joker costume. You should come with me to meet him, since this whole disaster is sort of your fault. Ha ha ha.
Well then, when they guilt trip you like that, how can you say no? You and Nico meet with Sasha in the lobby.
Okay,
Nikki,
Nikki. Let's see the damage. This was a Joker outfit? What the hell did you do to it?
Let's just say, mistakes were made.
That much is obvious. I'm sorry, but I don't think there's anything I can do here.
No.
Oh, you have to fix it, Sasha. You've magic sewing fingers.
My magic fingers and I appreciate that, but unless you want to cosplay a pile of dish rags, I'm afraid this costume is a lost cause.
Damn it. Don't give up, Nico. You're still the best cosplayer at the con. Any of your other cosplays could win the Grand Prix.
I just noticed that Oz gets his little shoulder guy on his face picture.
So cute. I love it. But I've worn those already. I gotta debut something new and fabulous if I even want to place.
Well, would you like me to make you a new costume? It'd give me time to practice my freehand sewing anyway.
You do that for me? Thank you, Sasha, thank you!
Nico picks Sasha up and twirls him around the room.
Put me down, you hooligan. And hold still. I need to measure your bust and inseam.
Sasha wraps the measuring tape around Nico's chest, making them squirm ticklishly.
Hey, this is hot or whatever, but we still need to pick Nico's cosplay. Crud, I'm blinking. What sort of cosplay do you think would win the contest, Casey?
Ah!
Oh, these are
That's
small.
a lot of options.
You should evoke the fond memory of one's first fictional love, and let's be honest, for many con-goers, that'd be an over-sexualized video game character. People love morally gray anti-heroes. Why don't you raise the bar and go for no half measures morally bankrupt supervillain? The complexity of the outfit is what matters most, and no aesthetic is more visually complicated than steampunk or pancakes. It's always pancakes.
This isn't an important choice yet, right?
Probably not.
Is Sasha blushing, staring down his chest?
Yep. Yes. Yep. You got it.
Awesome.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay, I think that one's fun.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Ah, good idea. I remember my first video game love, Miss Pac-Man.
Huh? Why?
Have you seen her lipstick? She's a beaut. I was always jealous of Pac-Man for having such a gorgeous, loyal wife. That's not really what I meant by over-sexualized.
Yeah. Over-sexualization implies a good deal of skin showing, and thus requires a body to show it on.
Oh, gotcha. Like Donkey Kong.
Definitely not.
Why not? His outfit is super revealing, and he has boobs for days.
Yeah, I've seen Drawfee.
Yeah. Nico, this is more in line with what I was talking about.
You show Nico some pictures of video game babes in armor that should really be classified as bikinis.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm with you now.
I agree that this is a good direction to go in. I have limited time, so the less fabric I need, the better.
Good call.
And the less fabric you use, the cheaper it is for me.
You, Nico, and Sasha agreed on a time to pick up Nico's sexy new cosplay, which you definitely had no horny ulterior motives for suggesting.
Absolutely
You gain 3
not.
charm for your creativity, but you lose 1 boldness, 1 creativity, and 1 fun.
Oh, duck quacks.
Oh, yes. Oh my god. I love this. These
Man,
game
I don't-
devs just have so much fun.
Mhm.
Will, I'm trying to think, like, what would be good here for Scott. It's probably, like, mix of charm and fun.
His
We can go-
little tooltip just said he wants to take time to get to know people.
True, yeah. Alright, well, let's go to the, expo hall, then.
Yes.
Fucking
Oh, that's so
Persona
good.
5?
Joker. The other Joker.
The other Joker. Yeah, we've seen 2 Joker cosplays today.
When
You're
is
having a
someone-
great...
When's the Blueprint Brainstorm Balatro Yuri cosplay coming out?
You're having a great time at the con, so you decide to tell the world by tweeting having a great time at the con. Good one. Unfortunately, that's enough bait for an online troll to reply, you're a dumb fuck. Whatever happened to online etiquette? You're not going to let him ruin your day, so you engage in a spirited but respectful debate with him. After a while, the troll writes, sorry, my mistake, you're a fucking dumb fuck. You're definitely embarking on a journey for revenge, but when the con is over, when con is over, you gain 2 boldness for not backing down from an online fight. The quack!
Quack is
Comparing all the
really
merch
funny.
you bought with April, Omen, and Zoe, when you hear a high-pitched squeal of delight.
Oh my god! You're April 1st, I'm gonna faint!
Hiya, sweetheart. It's always nice to meet a fan.
I'm way more than a fan. I've got all your CDs, all your merch. I've written a dozen fanfics about you. One could say that I'm a friend, and a best one at that.
Oh, God.
Oh,
You never told me that you had a secret best friend, April. Did you think that I would be jealous? Because I am. I yearn to stab this girl and steal her hallowed place in your life. She's not April's friend, just a very parasocial fan. This level of obsession can lead to some pretty weird behavior. Like what?
Hey, April, look at this. It's a doll I made from a clump of hair that I pulled out of your shower drain.
Whoa, sorry. Just got flashbanged by words.
so did April.
Yeah.
Like that. It's okay to be a fan, but you should stand your idols in a non-obtrusive way, like sneaking into their house and taking a nap without touching anything.
I'm pretty sure that's not okay either.
Shit, really? I guess I owe Ryan Gosling an apology then.
I guess I owe Ryan an apology then.
Real.
If this girl is not April's friend, can we get rid of her? Her shrill, desperate voice makes me want to murder people.
Yeah, you think April would also be grateful if you got this fan to leave, but how? I was really hoping one of the two options would just be stabbing.
Convince the fan that this is
Yeah.
all just a really good dream and she needs to wake up now before she's late to work. You think you and April are best friends? Name 5 of her childhood dreams. God, okay. Like, bottom one is a
So are you
terrible
going,
thing to do.
are you going
Yeah,
to
we're gonna do the
gaslight or
top
are you
one.
going to gatekeep, girl boss?
Yeah, we're just going to gaslight this girl.
So
top
which
one.
one? Sorry, top one?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, it is.
Isn't that essentially gaslighting?
Well, yes, but she's harassing you, which cancels it out. This is a stupid plan. How are we going to convince her that she is dreaming? Maybe we can make some classic dream stuff to happen to her? Like what?
Oh, I know. I dream about my teeth falling out a lot.
I hear
Okay,
about people
I'm on
having
it.
that one. I've never had that one, but I've
It's
heard
awful.
people have it.
It's horrible.
It's not a fun dream.
Omen steps off screen to commit unspeakable violence.
Stop ripping out my teeth!
This is just a dream, okay? You are dreaming. This is not real.
I think we might be overdoing it.
Are we? When I was a deity, I used to steal people's sanity all the time. This seems downright tame in comparison. Problem solved. Look, she even fainted from the pain. This is good. When she recovers, she will think she was having a dream.
What about the fact that she'll wake up without teeth?
Don't people like it when their dreams come true?
Real.
Not in this case.
That was really good dialogue, whoever wrote that
Yeah.
particular snippet.
Well, Omen, you know what to do.
You all spend the next hour putting the teeth back in the fan's gums. It's a tricky task, but it's also soothing in its own way. You gain 2 charm and lose 2 smarts. You are very dumb. And I am a mango.
Scott's a himbo, so I don't need to be smart for him. Oh, God. Oh, God, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
You're sitting at the main stage for my new job is mascot. You're sitting at the main stage for a panel titled "Are Dating Sims Back and Are You a Giant Mango?" The stage is empty. After a few minutes, a shy-looking guy approaches the mic and says, "They're not, because they never left to begin with." Yeah! The audience goes crazy for dating sims. You gain 2 smarts for learning dating sims will never stop being cool.
Awesome.
Later, you head to the community zone for another session of Liam's TTRPG campaign. We got a lot of the stories.
Bonjour, as the French
Last
say.
session, you learned a warlock is creating a black fog for some sinister plot, and not a moment too soon. Today, you wake up in the fog to the fog blanketing the village.
Uh-oh. I bet that means the warlock's about to attack. The villagers must be freaking out.
Actually, the smoke is giving the villagers a giddy head high, so most of them are just having a good time in the town's plaza. They're now throwing a party that they're calling the Lollapalooza of the 14th century.
I got this. I'm gonna stand up on a box to try to get everyone's attention.
Hey, everyone. Stop dancing and get the hells out of here before you get hurt.
No way, boo, a drunk villager says. Doing recreational drugs and shaking my posterior is way more fun than listening to logic or reason. Yeah, Liam, shut up, another villager adds. Even if your words are sensible and smart, I prefer to call you a nerd and start a fire for no good reason.
Shout out, Polly.
The first one was Polly, the second one was Damien.
Okay. Liam?
Yes.
No, I mean the second villager called me Liam. My character's name is Sir Waffles.
Oh, yeah, right. My bad. It was temporary lapse. He meant to say Sir Waffles. Geez, projecting much? Poor Liam. Guys, are we sure these villagers are actually worth saving?
Of course they are. We just need to think of a way to get them to leave.
Oof. Sir Waffles isn't one for the plans. I wish I could be at the tavern, eating some waffles and drinking some beer.
Maybe one of them needs some maybe they need some tough love. Let's attack them until they decide to leave on their own. Nah, you're not resorting to violence yet. How can you convince the villagers to evacuate? Just rebrand the evacuation as a pilgrimage. Medieval types are super into that religious stuff. People are just bad at taking any danger they see seriously. Give them some dangers they can see. Unhinged Jaws bees pour out! It's a reference to the first game.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I need to get my smarts up, so I'm going to do the first one, which I think is smarts, but I want to do Unhinged Jaw bees pour out for the record. Could I have the box?
Be my guest.
People of the village, I come as an important message. We must all start a pilgrimage into the woods. Why would we do that? We don't care for the woods or for slam poetry. We only care for partying and making bad life choices. That's Polly. Should we attack them now, or?
Not yet. Kara, you have to think like the villagers if you want them to listen to you.
People of the village, there's a very good reason we must all make a pilgrimage to the woods. I was there last week and I saw something incredible, a talking dog. You roll a 17. Okay, a villager says, tell us more about this talking dog. Was it amusing? It had the energy of 100 japes. Not even the king's personal jester could dream of being half as jocose as the talking dog was.
Not bad.
You roll a 13, but you get a +2 for using medieval-sounding thesaurus-y words. Village finally leaves the town, lured by the promise of talking dog. That may or may not be a religious thing.
Tara, you're such an MVP.
But oh boy, that was sure frustrating to try and talk sense to people while they were trying so hard not to take you seriously.
Right? I've played tabletop RPGs before, but most of the conflict is fighting some baddies. This felt very realistic.
How do you even come up with these ideas? You could say that, as most artists do, I draw from my own experiences.
Oh, yikes! You had to go through that yourself, Liam? Sorry to hear that.
But you know what? I once heard that most geniuses are misunderstood. Maybe that means you're a genius.
Let's not forget about the other genius in this room, Tara. Let's go to the tavern and celebrate this victory. Waffles are on me.
You all go to celebrate, and later your party ends the session preparing for a great foggy war. You will lose 2 boldness, but gain 2 creativity for rebranding the evacuation.
Look at that artifact.
All right, pick quickly.
Hotel. You sold me.
My brain panicked. I apologize. You're in the hotel room sewing your cosplay costume when you mistakenly sew to the bed's blanket. You could unsew it, but that would mean admitting you made a mistake. So you decide to properly implement a blanket into the costume design and leave your dumb ego intact. Look at you, being a stubborn dum-dum. Here, have 2 creativity for such out-of-the-box thinking. Right after that, Zoe comes running up to you, with Liam sauntering along behind her.
There you are.
Oh,
Hey, there's my fearless assistant. Ready for another episode of dealing with corporate bullshit until Liam Prom is sold and Zoe gets her Garfield lingerie?
I sure am, but why is Liam here?
it's Liam Prom, not Ryan Prom. Oh, uppity one. I've been hired as the official Liam consultant to make sure this all goes smoothly. Someone clearly woke up on the wrong side of the coffin today. Nevertheless, you tag along the community zone where the execs have rented a room for this meeting.
Hello, we have limited time and time is money, so let's get right into it.
We're willing to offer Zoe the 2.5% royalty we discussed. We're also offering both of you an onboarding bonus and a free reusable water bottle.
Wow, that all sounds too good to be true.
Because it probably is. What are we expected to give you in return for these things?
Nothing too big. Poop just wants to make this amazing story more, how do I put this? Appealing to the average customer.
You sure about that?
Doesn't Liam Prom's success speak for itself? Millions of people read it every...
We're not talking about the unmarketable Zoomers on AO4 and Tumblr.
Yep.
We're talking about real... Why did Tumblr get the real... Okay. We're talking about real customers.
Yes, and our focus groups have shown that the titular Liam's personality isn't exactly universally beloved.
Sure isn't. Good.
In addition, Poob has acquired some new sponsors, and they'd like to incorporate some light product placement into the Liam Prom web series.
Absolutely not.
Blasphemy.
God, no.
I'm not a product to be bought and sold.
Entirely true. I'm literally selling your likeness right now. But it's for a good cause. I need that lingerie.
She needs it. We'll make this simple. Which new Liam character would you be willing to integrate into the series in order to appease our shareholders?
Delicious soda hands, Liam, or sexy demon bad boy, Liam.
He would hate the second one. He would
hate
that.
both of them.
No, but he would hate the second one more, so do that.
You want the second one where he's
Yeah,
just
fuck him.
Damien?
Fuck him. Yeah.
Meh.
Isn't this just Damien?
Precisely. Based on our market research, this other friend of yours is sexier, more popular, and less annoying in that way in which Liam is very annoying.
Affronted, annoying Liam noises.
I don't know. Doesn't it sort of undermine the very concept of Liam Prom?
Not if we call him Liam. Isn't that the essence of this entire franchise?
Of course not. Liam Prom is a subversive literary experiment that peels apart the myriad layers of one man's psyche.
You have a Panini Press Liam character that's just your face plastered onto a Panini Press. With all due respect, it's not that deep.
Don't do it, Zoe. This is a betrayal of everything this project's creative integrity.
We tested some potential plot ideas. And it seems most of the audience loves the idea of this sexy bad boy Liam being in a love triangle with two other Liams.
Well, so he's convinced.
With lots of steamy sex scenes.
You have my attention.
That's the extent of our suggestion. It's your job to write it, not ours.
Boring.
Well, it's true that love triangles are fun, but I'm not a fan of how most of them aren't a true triangle where everyone connects. I'd like to change that. Maybe this triangle can end up in something I'd like to call a Damien vampire sandwich.
Awesome. Okay, but we should hire this Damien fellow too, so everything's on the up and up.
Sure, he can join us as a consultant. Maybe he and I could even do some poses for inspiration.
It's so great to see your creative juices flowing.
Good old yaoi ass Liam over here.
Yaoi ass Liam.
Those aren't the only juices that'll be flowing soon. You gain 2 boldness for throwing your lot in with sexy demon bad boy Liam, but you lose 2 fun. Okay, we're gonna just do random again.
Oh my
Basically,
god.
like, the only people who switch would be in case.
Hell yeah.
So are you always gonna go to the hotel just for future reference, Ryan, so I don't panic again?
It's gonna be the hotel or the charm place. It depends on what's lower.
Okay.
Oh wow.
You-
Okay, I'm first.
I think you can call Scott again to get like a more private conversation with him.
Yeah, sure, we can do that.
You and Scott go to a fancy restaurant. Scott is delighted he won't have to share his meal with his plethora of cousins. However, he still asks if you two can put your entrees in one big bowl and eat them with your faces because he's feeling homesick. You kind of wish he'd asked you that before you ordered tuna salad, and he ordered pumpkin soup. But oh well, anything for Scott.
Where to sit?
Hell yeah.
Oh
Same
no, we're
spot.
going to the same table. Fuck.
Oh no.
That is fucked up.
Well, I'm sorry, Ryan.
Yeah.
Nico,
Yep. I want Nico.
talk about improv, shapeshifting, or anime.
Anime!
Now you're talking.
I love anime. I know. But tell me what you like about it. What's not to like about it? The heights of epicness and emotion are unparalleled, Casey. Characters that are top kakoi, fight sequences brimming with sakuga, plot twists that make you all go, "Nani?" It's so good that it makes you go bilingual, huh? Basically.
Oh, that's funny.
Anime has the ability to glue your eyes onto the screen, you know. Sure, most of it isn't Shakespeare, full of complex nuance. Well, wait. First of all, Shakespeare is a tad overhyped. Second, there are a lot of animes that are full of deep characters, nuanced dialogue, and complex plots. True, but that's not the anime I love.
I like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah? I like the ones with easy-to-get values and catchy catchphrases, the ones that keep it simple.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
Liam had me watching one of the more nuanced ones, and it just didn't do it for me. It didn't have that kick that I love so much. Hey, at least you opened yourself to try. I did. I get that the message in that stuff I watch isn't that deep, but that's what I like about it.
Friendship is magic.
I like to watch stories from worlds where it all boils down to good always triumphs, or nothing beats the power of friendship. It lightens my heart in a way that feels just good. Nah, I totally get it. Everyone looks for something different in the stuff they watch. And you know what? I'd love for you to show me the most epic anime you've watched lately.
Woo!
Let's go!
You two binge watch 10 episodes of a high-octane shonen. It's true it won't win an Academy Award with the script, but who cares? As you're both roaring at the screen. I mean, I should talk to Liam, but I also, like, I want to be available if Ryan
No,
wants
it's
to do
okay. I'll
something
sit
else.
at the cuck table by myself.
Every MonsterCon got the cuck chair.
Every hotel room got the cuck chair. You guys see that picture of the executive cuck suite with the desk?
It's awful.
This is so sad.
Dude, what's with the fucking... Oh, their arms. Okay, I get it now. I thought those were just growths.
Let's just ask how the con's going.
Just penis growth.
Yeah.
It's been quite good so far. I spent a good portion of the day in my yaoi booth in the artist's alley that can get a bit exhausting. The masses crave their drawings of men kissing. They sure do.
Real.
Luckily, some of our friends sometimes come by, either to give me some company or help me man the booth. Oh yeah, I think I saw April there yesterday, right? Yeah, she's stayed for a couple hours. She really knows how to keep the crowd entertained. I offered to help her in exchange. I'm sure she could benefit from my expertise in songwriting and general knowledge of the arts. Surprisingly, she said it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly. Instead, she asked me to draw her squashed between a couple muscular men. To each their own taste, I suppose. In any case, I don't want to spend the whole day at the booth either. I've been hunting down for a rare gachapon with Doug. We're like avid explorers trying to capture elusive specimens. I'd watch a reality show you two going on your little explorer adventure. Why not watch it live? Come with us next time.
Sure.
Oh, I'd love to. But yeah, it's been a good... I fell out of the voice entirely there. Sometimes even Liam de Lioncourt must indulge in his lowest brow passions. And you want to join him in such lowbrow passions. You both check out the con schedule and see what you can do together the next day.
Where do I get a health potion?
All right, you can talk to
the
these
table.
ones.
Put me on the cook table. Hurry, hurry, hurry!
You feel like spending the time with yourself, so you decide to visit the local museum by yourself.
Campaign.
You're loving the con, but between all the crowds and activities and near-death experiences, this vacation is starting to feel more like work than real life. All this makes you really appreciate the fun, quiet places of this museum. You gain 2 fun.
It's like a
So that's how you
boost at that table, I guess.
It's a stat boost, and it might be how you get like the good by yourself ending. It's almost time to find a date, but first, it is almost time to publish your comic. Now's your chance for one final brainstorming session to polish it. That's me. Hard truth, you really need to hear today. This doesn't make you special. You may never know where France is on a map, and that's okay. 1 million cells in your body die every second, and you're doing nothing about it. Your hemorrhoids don't make eating your ass more exotic.
That's fucking vile.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with liking rainy days doesn't make you special.
Let's write
Oh.
something juicy.
I really am stupid as hell. Okay, what term is becoming overused in cinema? Long non-dialogue sequences is award bait. When they take a well-known intellectual property and twist it. Cute things that are clearly hiding something. Gun juggling. If I have to watch another movie with gun juggling, so help me.
Ooh, I have strong opinions on this prompt.
I know you do.
I think the second one. Oh shit, I am stupid as fuck. Damn it.
I simply must check something when it's your turn. On the pause menu, you get that's what I wanted to check.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Nice going, Joe.
Hell yeah.
Tara, if it's available, I want to go to Charm Place today.
Okay, vendors, got it.
Yeah, we'll do some fun.
You decide to attend a round table on round tables. What a fascinating subject. You discuss the various circumferences of tables, rank building materials, and talk about famous knights and have sit around round tables of old. You also talk plenty of shit about square and rectangular tables. Fuck angles. Fuck right angles. You gain 1 fun because circles are the most hilarious shape, am I right?
Hell yeah.
You meet back up with Scott. He seems a bit tired, but excited to see you.
Hey Joe, remember how we played Frinkleport the other day? I had so much fun,
Quack.
but it was pretty confusing. I thought I should check out those Field of Snow and Crows and Doe books everyone was talking about. I was just going to read the Frinkleport bits, but I got so into it I ended up reading all 5 books overnight. Wow, you must be a really quick reader. The secret is to skip any word longer than 5 letters, or any page that looks kind of boring.
That's Scott.
So, what are the books about? Basically, there's this boy at this wacky school where everyone can use magic and has crazy adventures. Can you imagine something that cool? That sounds a lot like how our school was? Oh yeah, that must be why it felt so relatable. But it got me thinking. If the book they got Frinkleport from is this good, imagine how good the books that invented other sports must be. I want to read the basketball fantasy book. Ooh, or I bet volleyball is great.
Watch the anime.
I think most sports come from real life, not fantasy young adult series. Oh, really? That's a bummer. And just when I was starting to think that reading might be cool. But just because there isn't a fantasy book about basketball or volleyball yet, doesn't mean we can't write one ourselves. Really? That would be awesome! What should it be about?
A Yaw series lives or dies by its convoluted premise. You better come up with a solid plot that naturally incorporates these real-life sports into your world building. Ancient wizards used to ponder the scrying orbs until one day they realized dribbling them was way more fun. Or the hellish ruling class used to throw their enemies' heads over a net that separated the rich from the poor until the day that a rebel faction spiked a head right back.
Oh, I
know which one I'd pick.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's probably gonna be the bottom one, right? Like, that's so YA coded, like, it has to be. Yeah, I'll go with that
bottom one.
Wow, a net between the rich and the poor? Is this one of those metaphor things Liam loves? No, it's like a literal giant net separating them that they throw the heads of their enemies over. Oh, okay, good. So that makes way more sense. So the rebels send the head back, but then what happens? Well, the evil fascist regime doesn't want that. The ruler orders the guards to serve it back over the net. Right, but now the rebels know spiking it back is possible. For the first time, they have hope, and maybe a catchy rebellious song to sing. Exactly! And as the conflict continues, both sides develop new tactics. Ooh, like blocks and dumps and pancake digs? If those are things from volleyball, then yes. What if everyone gets so into volleyball, they forget to do a scary evil regime? It would be a perfect volleyball-based society. Oh, and when you turn 16, you're sorted into the volleyball position you're best at.
Yep.
That might be a bit dystopian again. Oh no, you're right. Making a perfect society is harder than I thought. Well, don't worry, now we've got the perfect sequel idea. You're right. Man, this young adult author stuff is easy. Let's get writing.
Unfortunately, it turns out ideas are easy and actually writing is the hard part. You lose 2 fun for that sobering lesson, but you gain 2 boldness.
You sure it's my turn?
I probably should get some smarts. Yeah.
You sit down to watch a panel about new proposed TTRPG classes. There are tons of cool options like insurance salesperson, horse with knife, shoes, and Steve. Your mind is bursting with new TTRPG world-building ideas to counter Steve's naturally overpowered abilities, giving you 2 smarts.
Like Smash Ultimate Dig, isn't it?
You're sipping some water when you see something hot enough to make you do a spit tank. Nico and their new cosplay.
Or am
More again!
Casey?
More again!
What do you think? Am I sexy enough?
This is so good.
You can't answer, but your nosebleed speaks for itself.
I gotta say, I'm loving all this breeze on my skin. My nipples have never been harder.
Really? I thought you'd be used to having your nipples exposed.
Maybe on a regular basis, but not while I'm cosplaying. I feel more naked than when I really am naked. Is this how regular people feel when they go dong out in public?
I wouldn't know.
Doubt.
Anyway, I didn't just come here to show off. I need your help deciding what my act should be for the talent portion of the Cosplay Grand Prix.
I'm flattered, but are you sure you want my help after what happened last time?
Well, if you're cosplaying as Morrigan, clearly you have to summon a duplicate of yourself behind the opponent and do a long combo with that ally.
And thank God for it.
I still trust you wholeheartedly, even though you've given me no reason to do so. I assume it's because I'm developing feelings for you. Oh, you are? Well, yeah, wasn't it obvious? I'm sharing my love of cosplay with you. That's basically second base for me.
This is my new favorite character. What?
So, do you have any ideas for what my talent act should be? We have all the time in the world to think of something. Assuming all the time in the world is less than 24 hours, because that's when the contest starts.
Time is of the essence. What talent should Nico perform to win the Cosplay Grand Prix? Over-sexualized video game characters tend to wield weirdly phallic weapons, disrupt the industry by building the most ionic weapon of all time. So over-sexualized video game characters fly or die depending on the quality of boob jiggle physics. Study them so Nico can master peck jiggling.
Oh, these are both so good.
Gotta always have to throw in my knowledge of the word yonic when I get the chance.
One of my favorite words. Yeah.
What? What the fuck is that word?
It's
phallic, but
it's to vagina as phallic is to penis.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah. Like a
Cool.
lot of flowers are kind of yonic looking.
Right,
I'm gonna go
right.
for the jiggle physics one. That
Makes sense.
sounds, yeah.
Good call.
Oh no!
I'm not smart. Good idea, but how does one practice peck jiggling? I don't know. Let's do some research.
That was the end of the arc. I should have remembered and tried to warn you. My bad.
It's okay.
You and Nico play every horny beach volleyball game you can find on the video game e-store. You've never seen boobs with so many polygons in your life.
Real.
Okay, I think I understand the technique. You just clench these muscles and keep a flow going between... Ow! Ow! I think I broke something!
Oh no, Nico injured their pec. You knew they should have stretched their nipples first. You rush Nico to the emergency room.
What do you think, Doc? Can I still jiggle with the best of them?
I'm sorry, but your days of jiggling are over, at least for the next 6 weeks. You'll need to keep your pec in this sling until you heal.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Nico. Nah, it's okay. You didn't mean to hurt me. Too bad about the Grand Prix, though. It's a shame, cause I was gonna ask if you wanted to have hot sex after the contest. Well, I'm still down for that if you are.
Not happening. Nico's pec needs time to rest and recuperate. Sex would be best avoided during this time, especially if it's with you. Okay, ouch.
Oh,
You lose 2 smarts and any chance of getting laid tonight.
no! No!
Damn, that's so tough.
I probably would have picked the same one anyway.
Yeah. So I'll just make sure I leave... I have to know. I'll leave vendors open so I know which one to immediately click on.
Okay.
Walking around with your favorite magical girl wig on. I sure am. Itchy as hell. You scratch your head under your wig. Oh crap, a random streamer just recorded you doing that awkward finger wiggle. Your weird head scratch goes through the entire internet cycle. You get memed, shitposted, mashed up, and even turned into a viral dance. Alas, fame is fleeting, and you stop being cool when a CEO does the Magica head scratch in an ad. At least you still gain 2 boldness from surviving internet fame unscathed. Then you race the community zone for the final session of Liam's W&W campaign. It's time to show that final boss who's boss.
Bonjour, as the French
Welcome
say.
everyone. We ended last session with you all prepping on the battlefield for your inevitable confrontation with the evil warlock. Now he's finally arrived. Ah! Are you 4 the only heroes this pathetic village could scrounge up? Killing you will be a breeze. You're no match for Anglor, ruler of the dark magic side.
Wow. Liam, cool costume.
And you're really owning that shirtless look. Have you been hitting the gym lately or what?
Oh, thanks. I've been doing a bit of exercise to look like a more accurate Anglor. You know, for immersion. Well then, you're going down in Anglor. We'll defeat with the power of justice.
And teamwork.
And waffles.
Don't flatter yourselves. I've felled thousands of would-be heroes in my immortal lifetime, and the shame of that hasn't caught up to me yet. I'm sure that when it does, I'll develop a complex internal conflict which we'll face with the support of my newly found friends. But today is not that day. Prepare to die. Who needs therapy when you can project his shit onto a TTRPG campaign, am I right?
Right.
The evil, tragically misguided, devilishly handsome warlock seems to be capable of controlling the fog with his superior mind. As you may remember, the fog can suppress the better judgment of people, and now Anglor is throwing a good chunk of it towards you. What do? What you'd like to do is hug Liam, since he's projecting all kinds of stuff into this campaign. Loki feels like a cry for help. But he'd never forgive you for hugging him in public. Instead, this time it's time to defeat Anglor, the evil warlock, once and for all. You know anything about Liam, you can get the warlock to join your side by finding a common enemy, people who misuse the word literally. Or fix this villain the way all evil, sexually frustrated men get fixed, with a big titty goth girlfriend.
That's tough.
This is
Bottom
probably
one-
also a choice one where choice does matter.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bottom one seems either like boldness or charm.
It could be fun also.
Yeah.
Top
It
has
has
to be smarts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So do we think there's a good shot that Big Titty Goth Girlfriend is creative?
No, because it's
Nah.
the way that all evil sexually frustrated men
Yeah,
do. Something
Yeah.
creative
it's not worded
he
to be
does.
creativity.
I agree.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you should.
Why fight us when you could join us, Angler? We should team up and combat the real threat, people who use literally wrong.
Try hard.
I'm not that easy to convince, you puny mortals. Years of evil won't be undone by obnoxious grammar trend. Oh yeah? I want you to close your eyes and picture this. A man stating, "What's for dinner? I'm literally starving." Ugh, such idiocy hurts my soul. Make a persuasion roll. Make a persuasion roll, Tara. You'll need to roll 15 or greater to turn Angler to your cause. Damn it, I got a 13, almost. This upsets me so much that my blood is literally boiling. Actually, I'm remembered you get a +2 bonus to persuasion for being handsome. Dang, how lucky are we that I was mad convenient. Your words ring true. Fine. I shall renounce my life of evil and direct my energies where they truly belong, correcting people's grammar. Anglor joins the party. You spend the rest of the session fighting literally abusers, people who mix up there, and people who think a lot is one word.
Great game, guys. Anyone want to get some food with me? I'm starving.
Heh, let me guess, you're going to get waffles?
Nah, I'm in the mood for pizza. I hate waffles, actually.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd love to go. I had such fun doing this with you all. Should we all add each other on Discord?
Great idea, Loretta. We could even continue this campaign through voice chat.
Thank you again for running this game, Liam. It was literally the most fun I've ever had. That's, great to hear. Did Liam just not correct someone on their bad grammar? W&W seems to have had a profound effect on him. You gain 2 smarts witnessing this feat of character growth.
Such big stats.
Oh, wow.
Not even a single
The,
stat log.
the
Nice.
quickness.
I had to make up for last time. Near the merch hall, you find a gacha shop. You put in a coin and get a real buff duck. Random, but cool. You put in another coin. You open a gacha and there's a letter. Please help us. We buff ducks were imprisoned by these balls by the gacha masters a century ago. It all began when... And you're already bored. You get another gacha ball and it's another buff duck. Cool. Take 2 charm.
Eldritch cutie reporting for duty.
Hey, Ryan, before you go off and do some hijinks, can I borrow your legal expertise one last time? Today's the big day. I'm signing the contract to sell Liam Prom and buy my lingerie. If you help me... Oh,
Sorry.
no, you're good.
Misclick.
We'll
Fuck
be
yeah.
into it.
You follow Zoe like a horny duckling into the meeting room.
There's our favorite little rising star. We have the contract here for you. We've even put sticky notes where you need to sign, so you don't even have to read it.
Wow.
Wow, that's so convenient.
Zoe, I think we should still read the contract.
Oh, you think so? Good thing you're here.
You and Zoe spend several minutes reading the contract. It's not great.
I see my 2.5% royalty included here, but why does it say it'll be paid out in Liam coin?
That's our new patented cryptocurrency. It'll definitely probably appreciate in value, maybe.
And what's this clause about an arranged marriage to the Princess of Monaco?
Oh, that's not for you. Bernice, your team must have mixed in some pages from a different contract.
That's part of April's Flest line, actually.
Oh, cute. Oops, yeah, definitely not for you. I'll have my interns fired and replaced by Monday.
Is the clause about consenting to live in the publishing office's basement with the other content farmers also a mistake?
No, that one's for you. The upside is that it offers a hybrid work-from-home schedule.
Your home being the basement, of course. We just retiled it. Ooh la la!
I don't feel like I should sign this contract in this state.
Perhaps we can make some compromises, but be aware you won't get everything you want. That's just the nature of business.
Yeah, I guess, but still some of these clauses are straight up whack. Ryan, which one do you think we should get rid of?
The one stating the corporation retains the rights to Liam, not the IP, the Liam himself. You're not ready to say goodbye yet. The clause that states Zoe must eat a tuna sandwich as part of a marketing strategy. Everyone knows Zoe hates tuna sandwiches. I have no idea which of these two is, but it's probably also a...
The second one is fun for sure. I guarantee. I feel it in my soul. The second one is fun. We'll do the first one.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yes!
Nice.
Nice.
Oh. Whoa. Yeah. What the fuck?
Why the surprise? We're buying the rights to Liam Prom, which is based on your friend's likeness. Ergo, we're buying Liam.
I feel like Liam should get a say in that at the very least. I'm gonna call him.
Zoe rings Liam and puts the phone on speaker. Greetings, Zoe. Did you sell the rights? I'm chilling a bottle of wine to celebrate with you.
Not quite yet. There's a clause in the contract stating that if I sell Liam Prom, the corporation will own the rights to you. Like you.
What the fuck?
That's what I said!
It's not as bad as it sounds. It simply states that our company would manage Liam in any of his future creative endeavors.
No way. You cannot tame a creative beast such as I. I refuse to be yoked by a big corp.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not signing this if that clause remains unchanged.
Hard pass.
You also have to remove the arranged marriage clause and the Liam coin thing, by the way.
Ugh. Fine. Let me call our lawyers and see what we can negotiate.
Several minutes of executive speak and legalese later.
So we're in agreement. Our company will retain the rights to Liam when and only when he begins a career in professional basketball.
Fine by me?
I still say that's kind of absurd. I've never and will never develop an interest in playing professional basketball.
Then you shouldn't have any reservations about signing this, should you?
Little did Liam know that the clause would later be activated. Who would be activated? Not much later. But that's a story for another day. Come on, put it in the next one.
It's
Yeah,
gotta.
please. It's gotta.
Yeah.
We did it, Ryan! I'm so fucking pumped! Let's cash this check and buy that Garfield lingerie. Stat!
Yes! Your mouth is watering at the thought of getting to taste Zoe's lasagna. But good things come to those who wait. For now, you gain 2 charm.
Thank God.
Alright.
Alright.
I guess if I'm going to go with Scott, I just gotta go by myself.
It's probably none of them. That's how it's always been.
Yeah, so I'll do none of them. Yup.
You still want to ask Nico out even though you won't get the special ending?
Yeah, I'll still ask him. Oh my
Can't
God.
wait to be rid of you.
Oh my God. I hope we get a special ending for
Give me the
being
Zoe,
a
give me
mango.
Zoe, give me Zoe.
Zoe?
Zoe.
Let's check your comic. Finally, the art gang gathers around to put all the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labor. This is the story of 5 friends who must balance everyday life with fighting evil. They are the magical girls who channel their power from the collective rage of the internet. Miranda is their leader. She's a powerful warrior with a strong sense of justice, but in her everyday life, she's a clumsy girl just trying her best. So relatable. People will go, she's literally me for real. But when we hear her most relatable quirk, she murders people who don't compliment her hair.
Been there.
Masked Dahlia is our love interest. She's a masked vigilante who has loads of sexual tension with Miranda. Little do they know they already know each other, for behind the mask, she's actually Dahlia, Miranda's neighbor. Masked Dahlia will help the magical girls armed with her iconic magical weapon, a fancy-looking flower-themed gun. The ring mistress is our main villain. Was someone saying something? Sorry?
No, you're good.
Okay. A powerful circus-themed sorceress who's bent on destroying the world. And no magical girl fiction would be complete without an incredibly dark twist. A terrible situation forces the main character to eat her own sister. Ring mistress, I should have known you were the one behind the phenomenon known as rain.
Whatever. Fuck you.
In the name of the collective rage of the internet, I will punish you!
No, I just did my nails. There's no way I'm fighting you. Today you'll face my most powerful minion, Evil Dumbo.
To be continued.
Whatever, fuck you.
You finally gather your courage and ask your favorite sexy shapeshifter to go to the con after party with you.
The party with you. What cosplay should I wear? I think what you're wearing now is already plenty sexy. Why not just go as yourself? I can do that. I'm already in character.
Hop inside my
We got it!
chest.
Oh,
yeah.
cute.
We got a normal ending. That's the first time we've gotten a normal ending.
Let's go.
The after party was stellar. When the party ended, you and Nico weren't ready to say goodbye yet, so you went stargazing in the park. Turned out to be a night you'll treasure forever. Ah yes, treasure is such a fitting word, especially since you both put both your hands inside a certain treasure chest.
Yes, let's go.
You finally
Got
gather
it.
your courage and ask your favorite vampire dork to go to the con after party with you. Sorry, Tara, but I'm going to have to decline. I'm busy this evening. You see, me and the others from the W&W group are decided to turn our little one-shot into a weekly campaign. I'd love to have you join us if you're interested. Totally! Excellent. Your character was a highlight of the group. Normally I abhor shenanigans, but somehow in my campaign yours felt
Au
healing.
revoir.
Session starts tonight at 6. Don't be late. So you ditched the after party to play board games with Liam. Did you really expect this to go any other way? However, when the game ended, one thing you didn't expect was for Liam to have sex with you.
Maybe a 10.
Aw.
That's right. Having
my
everyone's
God.
rapt attention on his GM and him as GM must have gotten him all hot and bothered. You're glad you two could share this experience, playing games, rolling dice, processing Liam's trauma through a veneer of TTRPGs. But more than that, you're glad you got to fuck him on that Angelus costume. Time to cross that off the old bucket list.
Awesome.
Nice job, Tara.
Woo-wee.
Awesome. Sex.
Sex, gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Hooray.
Woo! Hey.
Or
You
not.
finally gather your courage and ask your beloved to go to the con after party with you.
The after party's tonight? Oh man. I wish I could go, but tonight there's a party to celebrate the reveal of the upcoming Liam Prom web series. You're welcome to come to that if you want. After all, it couldn't have happened without you. You totally made my dreams come true.
It was an honor to help you bring Liam Prom to the next level.
What? Oh, yeah, no, that's cool, but I'm talking about my dreams of owning the limited edition Garfield lingerie. Maybe after that launch party I could show it to you.
Yes, please.
Ah, Zoe.
Oh my god, yes!
What a woman. She's many things: a geek, a best-selling writer, a Garfield fanatic, a former deity of destruction and despair. She's loud, she's confident, and she's unapologetically her weird, wonderful self. And most importantly, she's a freak in bed. Hubba hubba.
That's so healing to see.
You didn't ask any of your friends to go to the party with you because there's a very good boy that you'd much rather invite.
I'd love to go to a party with you. Should we wear matching shoes? Why? So everyone knows we're best buds, of course. Only best friends have matching shoes. Okay, why not? Let's go to the shoe store. Woohoo!
After the after party was so much fun. You and Scott looked fresh to death in your matching shoes. Everyone was all, "Hey, nice shoes," and you were all, "Thanks, but you should see the other guys." And then Scott was all, it's me, I'm the other guy. Look at my shoes. Want to see how fast I can run in them?" Ah, Scott, has there ever been a more lovable goof? You doubt it.
Still got my Pookie, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got your Pookie.
Hey, that was a really effective game.
This one a lot
Yeah.
better than last time. Well, last
Not a
time I
single
think
fail.
only I managed to get Doug to
Oh no!
everybody
Yeah.
else fumbled.
I fumbled Zoe. Like I said, this was a healing moment.
For sure, for sure.
Well,
You guys
fantastic
super
stuff. Thank
Yeah,
you
that
guys
was a
for
fun
joining me. It was super
Yeah.
fun. I know we're running a little low on time for some of our things. So I'm just going to say thank you guys out there for joining us. I hope you had a good time. And I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy
Bye.
Pride.